Motorhome production, which includes Class A, B, and C motorhomes, witnessed its lowest May since before 2016 at only 2,973 units shipped, down about 550 from last month and down about 1,350 or 31% from May of 2023.
The 2020 pandemic caused a huge change to the global economy, and its after effects are still present today as skyrocketing inflation. Real estate, technology, you name it, everything was affected, even RV motorhomes. The RV motorhome market flourished during the pandemic because a lot of people had free time during lockdown. Most of these people, tired of staying cooped up in their homes, decided that getting an RV wouldn't be such a bad idea. After all, they'd be able to move around and travel while still obeying lockdown rules. But when the pandemic ended, most of these individuals had no use of the motorhomes they purchased. This has led to a reduction in demand, which several experts say is a sign of the looming RV motorhome market crash.
So RVIA released their July numbers. 2024 are continuing the increase of shipments.
And we always remind you guys, if you're new to this is not sales, this is shipments.
Join us today to see if the impending market crash is real and the reasons for it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. On to the rest of the video. To understand the current issue with RVs, we must first understand why people would purchase an RV in the first place. This might allow us to understand the reason for the market crash. RVs, or recreational vehicles, are practically homes on wheels and are for people who want to get away on vacation or just take a cross-country journey while bringing the comfort of their homes with them. A motorhome is an RV that has its living space combined with the driving cabin, and unlike regular travel trailers, motorhomes don't have to be towed by another vehicle because they're self-contained and can be driven as one unit. Just start your engine and you can take your home anywhere you want. There are different types of motorhomes and they serve different functions. First, the Class A RV motorhomes. These types of motorhomes are the largest and most luxurious options you can find on the market. They're built on a truck or bus chassis, meaning they can take a lot of static loading from heavy objects and are stable to longitudinal stresses. This allows it to be spacious and equipped with all sorts of facilities such as full kitchens, bathrooms, and even bedrooms. Some of these Class A motorhomes can also be equipped with solar panels and full-on water storage facilities. This makes them true homes on wheels, but beware, some of their prices can get crazy. Examples of Class A motorhomes you might recognize in the wild include the Thor Motor Coach Aria and the Fiat Ducato. Second, the Class B RV motorhomes, otherwise known as the camper van. It's called this because it's built for campers and has a van chassis that makes it more resistant to longitudinal loads, making it more maneuverable. The smaller size and off-road capabilities due to good shock absorption allow it to be easily packed at any location, making it perfect for camping with family and friends. You might recognize the Airstream, Integra Coach, or the Hymer Venture S as good Class B motorhomes. Lastly, we have the Class C RVs, which are just in between Class A and Class B, in the sense that they offer both drivability and spaciousness. This makes them quite popular as you still have enough space for a bed and possibly a kitchen while being able to drive wherever you like. Several analysts since 2022 have been predicting the crash of the RV motorhome market.
Finally, people are telling the truth. The RV industry is scrambling for survival. It's going down the toilet. Now, for a lot of times, people were saying, oh, business is great. Yeah, what do you think the RV guys who are selling them are going to say? They're going to say, hey, nobody wants these stupid things. They're going to say, oh, it's great, it's great, it's great.
They came to this conclusion by looking at the RV production data for each quarter of the year, and from looking at it, they just might be right. Let's take a look at this data. According to the RV Industry Association, or RVIA, production of Class A, B, and C motorhomes dropped 2,316 RV shipments by September 2024, which is around a 30% decrease since September 2023. This dip in sales is a result of worrying economic trends brought about by the pandemic.
We started to move out of the pandemic. Because of that, sales of things like motorhomes, caravans, trailer tents, leisure vehicles in general have really soared. And certainly for the last 3 years, that demand has been rising and really shows no sign of letting up.
When we further compare the number of shipments from each year since the pandemic, we notice an increase and then a dip as the influence of panic buying seems to wind down. If you take a look at 2020, you'll notice that there was a 6% increase in shipments compared to the year 2019. In 2021, the RV industry shipped a total of 56,212 motorhomes, a 37.8% increase from 2020. But then in 2022, the industry saw a drop in growth with RV motorhome production reportedly reaching 50,410 units shipped, a 3.8% increase from 2021. The true decrease in sales started in 2023, when only 35,760 units were shipped, a noticeable 36.5% decrease from 2022. And this especially alarmed industry experts and analysts. This led them to predict that the year 2024 would see a further decrease, and they were right. The effect of this decrease in sales has mostly hit dealers such as Colonial Airstream, the second largest Airstream dealer, who've noticed a recent increase in inventory and poorer overall sales. While the poor sales can be mostly attributed to the pandemic, it's also indicative of the problem of high-end RV motorhomes. Let's take a look at the cons of purchasing an RV motorhome and its effect on the crash. As we've stated before, during the pandemic, a lot of people had free time and extra money on their hands. Money and time they decided to use by buying things like RV motorhomes. These high-end RVs were eventually just resold or left sitting because they couldn't find any use for it. This caused the market to become overinflated, leading to an excess in stock and a mass inoculation among pandemic buyers who are now unloading their RVs in record numbers.
Every time I go between Tennessee and Rhode Island and back, I go by a bunch of RV places, and you know what I see? Fields of unsold RVs and campers sitting there. Nobody's buying the thing.
Motorhomes, just like any other vehicle, require some degree of maintenance, but the rarity of spare parts alongside the recent poor build quality has led to an increase in maintenance costs for RV motorhomes. Normally, this would just be a simple problem to solve, but these issues, coupled with the fact that if the motorhome breaks down, you're stuck and have no way to drive to the nearest workshop for maintenance. This is unlike regular trailer RVs, which are usually towed by a truck. If the trailer has issues, it can easily be removed from the car or driven to the nearest workshop for repairs.
I went to the RV show and looked at brand new RVs. Then I looked at a 10-year-old fifth wheel. The difference was unbelievable. What the heck happened to the RV industry?
The strain on the supply chain during this decade has led to vehicles with overall poorer build quality. It's been raised by several individuals for the past few years that these decreases in production quality will ultimately affect the sales of RV motorhomes. Several dealers have decried significant quality issues with motorhomes being built nowadays. This is because manufacturers are trying to produce them as quickly as possible without proper quality control to meet up with an inflated demand. Buyers have noticed this recent substandard build quality and have opted simply not to purchase these newer models and instead stick with the used ones. These motorhomes still run on fuel despite their onboard solar generation used for powering lighting and other appliances. There's been an increase in fuel prices due to supply chain issues, and it's obvious that an increase in fuel prices means an increase in the cost of powering any vehicle. A lot of motorhome owners have seen the writing on the wall and have decided that the cost of keeping their motorhome is just not worth it, and have decided to instead sell them. For those who haven't purchased one yet, the cost of fueling is enough to discourage them. While these motorhomes can be used and carried almost anywhere, there's usually a cost to doing that. Real estate is at a premium, and unless your RV is parked in your home, don't be surprised that you incur some fees. Some districts won't even allow you to keep your RV in the park or woods, and even when they do so, they start charging exorbitant fees. While the data shows that the RV motorhome market is crashing, it might just return to how it was before the pandemic. Sure, this will affect a lot of manufacturers who have ramped up production to keep up with the pandemic demand, but there will still be resale value for RVs with older production dates. Most of these manufacturers will have to ramp down production to keep up with current demand and reduce prices to attract more consumers to buy. Despite all this, some analysts still expect the shipment values to rise this year. What's truly worrying is the supposed poor build quality of the newer motorhomes. That is a problem that might truly kill the market. If you enjoyed today's video, consider giving us a like, and don't forget to comment your thoughts on the RV market crash below. Also consider subscribing to the channel and ringing that notification bell to get more cool analysis videos like these. If you're interested in more RV or automobile finance news, you can check out our other video.